Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Class 47 PT YouTube channel. And in today's video I'm going to be taking a look at the Hornby DVT in Intercity Swallow livery. So last year, in their 2020 range, Hornby announced a DVT in Intercity Swallow livery, along with a plethora of many other items, which also included a rake of MK3s in the Intercity Swallow livery as well, which I already have, which you would have seen my review on those, I'm sure, and you will have seen them a number of times in my running session videos. And I did plan to get the DVT to go with them, because then that's a matching rake of MK3s and a DVT to go with my Intercity Swallow livery locomotives, which is something I've been longing to do. I already have a rake of MK3s and a DVT in the Virgin livery for my Virgin locos, and so now I've got a rake of Intercity Swallow MK3s and a DVT to go with the Intercity locos, which is something that I've been longing to do, because then that's basically recreating the trains that would have run on the West Coast Main Line, and I've got them in both liveries. So this has just been released and it's just arrived in the post as we speak, so I'm going to get this out of the box and we're going to get it down on the layout and have a look at it. So here we have the DVT out of the box. So first of all, for the quality control, there's no damaged bits of detail or any missing bits of detail, it's all intact, so that's good, that's a start. As for the livery, you know, the livery's very nice, smooth and even finish, so there's no imperfections or blemishes on the paintwork. There were, however, when I unboxed the model, there were a couple of marks in places which I didn't like, but then for some reason, taking it down into where the layout is in this lighting, those marks seem to have disappeared completely, you can't see them. So I'm not going to lose any sleep over that, because it's not worth it, because you can't really see them now because of being in this light. For some reason, I don't know why that's the case, it just is. You know, and to be honest, I am glad about that, because I thought I'd have to return this model. So, you know, that's at least made me happy. Now, a standard feature with the Hornby DVTs is that they do come with working directional lights. As you can see, we have the headlights and the tail lights. Now, for anyone wondering, I haven't gone over to DCC. The reason I'm doing this is because in order to get the lights working on a coach, you don't necessarily have to have them running around the layout being pulled by a loco. You just put them on the track, turn the controller on, and then the lights will come on. Now, one thing I have noticed, if I go back to the headlights, as you can see on the front, there does seem to be a little bit of light bleed just there. To be fair, it's not major light bleed. You know, I don't think it's as bad as on the Hornby four-wheel coaches as I've seen that come with the interior lighting. You could take the body off and perhaps maybe sort that out, like maybe painting the inside black. However, I did take the body off to see if this would be easy, and because of the light clusters being in the way inside the model, you know, you would have to, I think, be very careful to remove all those in order just to paint the inside there, just to stop that little bit of light bleed, which, to be honest, I don't think it's necessarily worth doing, really. I mean, maybe over time it will improve, I don't know. Like I said, it's only slight light bleed, but I don't know why it does it on this model, because it doesn't do it on the Virgin liveried one. so I'm not sure why it does it with this one. But you know, apart from that though, this is still a great model. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to see just how smoothly and freely the DVT runs. So I'm just going to push the DVT along. And that's not too bad actually, that's actually quite good. They've travelled that far, so that shows you, you know, that it does run freely and it does run smoothly. So now we can move on to the detail. Now if it looks on camera that the DVT is leaning over, that's to do with the fact that the track on this part of the layout on the shed is uneven. So I'm just explaining that. So for the detail on this model, we have the buffer beam detail, we have a screw link coupling and some air pipes which have all been pre-fitted. You also get sprung metal buffers, which is a standard feature on this model, and we've also got glazing in all the windows and separately fitted window wipers on the front windscreens. Now Hornby really have captured the look of the prototype of the real DVT really well. It definitely 100% looks like a DVT, even right down to the horn grille and the light clusters on the front. On the window frames we have some nice rivet detail, and they've been painted a silver colour. The inside of the interior has also been painted, as you can see just there on the controls. Moving down to the bogies, we have a footstep, an axle boxes and springs, and also we get separately fitted handrails just alongside the doors, which it is hard to tell that they are separately fitted, but on certain angles when looking at them you can tell that they are indeed separately fitted. Moving down to the rear end of the DVT, we have the corridor gangway, and you have the inside doors of the gangway which have been painted and they look really nice. You also get C3, and you've also got the TOPS data panel crisply applied on the back. You also get a medium-sized tension lock coupling which is going to be replaced with a hump coupling, and also you get metal buffers which for some reason on this end of the DVT they're not sprung, they are just made out of metal. So why the front of the DVT has got sprung buffers and the rear end hasn't, I don't know, but it is what it is at the end of the day. So now we're going to move on to the livery application. Now as I've already said, there's no imperfections with the livery anywhere on the model. There's no blemishes and there's no uneven areas. It's all done very nice and evenly and smoothly as well, if I might add. And the colours have all been very nicely picked out, and they are the correct colours as well. And also the Intercity font and Swallow logo have been very neatly and crisply applied on the body sides, as well as the running number of the DVT, 82116. Now I have taken one of my Intercity Swallow Livery Mark 3s out to show you this, and so coupling the two together, which both the DVT and the Mark 3 have hump couplings, you can see that the colours on both the DVT and the Mark 3 match. So that's happy days. I'm glad that the colours match, because there'd be nothing worse than having the colours on the DVT not matching that on the Mark 3. So as you can see, the colours do match. So that's it then for my review on the Mark 3 DVT in Intercity Swallow livery from Hornby. So for my conclusion on this model, the only criticism that I have is that little bit of light bleed that was down just on the front here. What I would say is that they could have done with painting the inside of the model, where the headlights are, round here, black. Whether that would have helped, I don't know. There's a chance it might have done, but it's not going to be an easy thing to do yourself, so it is something that I can otherwise overgloss and just settle with it, to be honest. It's the sort of thing that, you know, I can put up with. I wouldn't want to return the model just because of that, because at the end of the day there's nothing more upsetting than having to return these models, because you just want to run them on the layout and enjoy them. So apart from that thing with the light bleed, I still think that this is a great model. I know that this is more expensive than the Network Rail and also the Virgin livery one that I have. This is priced at 74 quid. The Virgin one that I paid for, the one I have, was 65 quid. And I believe that's the price of the Network Rail one as well. But to be honest with you, I think the price may have gone up possibly due to the demand for this. But it is definitely worth getting, especially if you have a rake of the Intercity Swallow Livery MK3s. So it's definitely a must. So it's something that I was happy to pay out for, and I'm glad I bought it. And it's something I'm definitely going to be enjoying on the layout for years to come. So I'm happy with this model. Nothing else to say. So that now brings me on to the running session part of this video. And so to finish off the video with the running session, of course I'm going to get the Intercity DVT with my matching Intercity Swallow MK3s, and I'm going to get my Intercity Swallow Class 87 to propel the DVT and the couches around the layout. This is something that I've been wanting to do now for ages, and I'm finally going to be getting to do it. And you shall see plenty of the Intercity DVT to come in plenty more videos. So to finally be able to run a train like this on the layout is, well, there's nothing more satisfying and pleasing. So, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you've enjoyed it. As ever, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, please do so if you like what you see. Don't forget to smash the like button, feel free to post a comment, and I'll see you for the next video. But until then, take care. Ta-ra. Now, before we do go into the running session with this model, I just want to point out that when you do first get this model, the front window frames on the windscreen here, they are painted silver. Now, on the real DVTs in this livery, they shouldn't be silver, they were painted black. So what I've done to make it better, I took a small detail brush and my Revel Aqua Colour matte black paint, and I've painted the windscreen frames. This black might not necessarily be 100% the correct shade, but that will do me, and it's still better than the silver, to be honest. So I do think that that has made quite a bit of difference. That has made a better improvement. So now we can get this running on the layout and get into the running session. I completely forgot that the window frames on these were painted black before. Don't know how I managed to forget that, but there we go. We all make mistakes, we're all human at the end of the day.